morning, and welcome to episode 223 of Getting Rich. I'm your host, Rich Checkan, president of Asset Strategies International, and today is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. I have a little bit of a departure here today. We're not going to go ahead and cover pricing and current events. What I want to talk about is as this bull market heats up, these are some of the things you might want to either pay attention to or be concerned about as gold and silver rally. First one, right at the top, tariffs is on everybody's mind, regardless of what industry you're in, and precious metals are no different. There's a thing out there that I want to refer to as tariff confusion, and I want you to be careful. It has been clear from the White House that precious metals are not being subjected to tariffs. However, when it comes to importing coins from foreign countries, we are running into issues with suppliers who are uncertain as to how to treat the precious metals. Should they or should they not be subjected to tariffs? Everybody's got a different take. There's no clear guidance, and as a result, some dealers are actually charging 25% or whatever as a tariff charge just in case. Now, personally, I think this is a problem. You cannot charge or collect a tax from a client and then find out that it doesn't exist and not pay it. I think that's fraudulent. You want to be careful. If somebody has tariff confusion, they're quoting you a tariff and they can't back it up, I'd be wary. I would not pay that. Please share. If that's happened to you, I'd love to hear your story and your experience, because we're hearing stories about that throughout the industry. Second thing I want to cover is my go-to. I say it in every presentation I make, and that's when you're ready to buy something from a dealer, ask them the question, when you're ready to sell, will they buy it back? Do you buy back is the question you must ask, and you'd be surprised how often that answer is no. When the answer is no, run away. Don't walk, don't crawl, don't skip, run away. If the dealer does not buy back, to me that is a warning sign that they are charging you way too much in terms of premium going in. And the reason they won't buy back, and it is the only reason, no matter what they say, the only reason they won't buy back is because they don't want to expose what a horrible price they sold the metal to you at. Okay? Next one. If you can't shop it, don't buy it. A lot of dealers will go ahead and sell obscure metals that there's limited mintages of, that there's very little supply of, etc. So they have some, they have very few, and other dealers don't. So when you call around, you can't keep them honest, you can't shop and see if their pricing is good. A lot of times when dealers do that, they're doing it on purpose because they don't want you to be able to shop so they can charge you too much. Avoid it. If you can't shop it, don't buy it. And that kind of goes in hand with my next point. Buy from trusted dealers. There are some reports out there about counterfeit bars and coins. It comes up in every bull market. The best way, by far, that you can protect yourself in that environment is to buy from trusted dealers. Asset Strategies has been around for 42 years. If we were defrauding people, we would have been found out long ago. We do business properly. We have staying power. People have used us. They've referred us to their friends. We're recommended by a whole bunch of different organizations, financial newsletter publications, etc. These are the type of dealers you want to deal with. You don't want to deal with a fly-by-night that just got in the business chasing greed. You want to deal with trusted dealers. That's how you know you're dealing with legitimate product. The last point is kind of a new development. We just saw some reports of people being arrested for what they call check washing. So I don't know if it's happening at the post office or it's happening with just random individuals. They're intercepting mail where it appears that there are checks involved. They're opening up the envelopes. They're changing the payee somehow. They can do this with the new technology that's out there. And then they go ahead and cash the checks as if they were their own. Be very careful here. If you send a check into a dealer and it doesn't get there in a reasonable amount of time, start checking your bank account. Make sure that you're not falling prey to check washing. Another way to potentially avoid this is, instead of sending a check, resort to either a wire transfer or an ACH, automatic clearinghouse payment, or if you're close enough to the dealer, walk in and hand them a check. Okay, but check washing is a real thing, and we want you to be careful. Buying precious metals should not be difficult. It should not be painful. It should not be dangerous. It's how you protect your assets. I want to remind everybody that in just 1 week, we have an incredible webinar coming up. Adrian Day, my co-host, and I will be inviting Brent Johnson, the founder or the man behind the dollar milkshake theory. We're going to have a great webinar a week from today. That's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, May 14th. Please join us. If you haven't signed up, please do so, and we'll see you then. As always, we want you to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want you to like us, send us your comments and questions. Tell us what's on your mind. We'll be happy to cover it on air. Follow us on social media. Take our twice weekly, always something interesting alerts and our once monthly information line newsletter. But in the end, don't ever forget that getting rich starts with keeping what's yours.